Hi, I'm Political Crone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be all about the astrology for the first half of June 2024. So for week 1, which I'm counting as June 1st through the 8th, we begin the month with the Sun in happy-go-lucky Gemini, accompanied by Venus and Jupiter. Now, the first few days will help us feel satisfied with our goals, but also point us toward more spiritual pursuits. As long as you keep your temper and don't let anybody get under your skin, you'll be fine. Involvement between the nodes Venus and Jupiter continue to play a big part in how we're feeling, making June feel like an idyllic ride into the future. Our destiny, karma, and goals in life loom large, but attainable, while our spiritual pursuits gain momentum. With Pluto in Aquarius going retrograde all month, we'll revisit areas of corruption and weakness that we've seen before in government and corporations. If you're currently experiencing Pluto in your 2nd, 8th, or 10th houses, you may see this kind of activity in your own personal life. Mercury enters Gemini on the 3rd, so thoughts are livelier, minds are quicker, conversations are shorter. A lively curiosity takes over, and we find that almost any topic is interesting. And right now, there are 4 planets in the air signs, so there's a lot of charm and chatter, so much so that we might even forget to go to work. When Mercury's trining Pluto, many Librans and Aquarians will benefit. Our mental capacities will be better able to handle study and research. But for Geminis, some may be just too sensitive to this energy and react badly, kind of like overload. So, since Jupiter has moved into Gemini, has anyone noticed a change in social media? No, you will soon. The big gas giant has put its imprint on things like Meta and TikTok. There will definitely be changes to social media during the whole Jupiter-Gemini period, which lasts into 2025. It could also be that the new social media giants emerge, leaving the old players in the dust. New players could change the game completely, making the old business model obsolete. Now, around June 8th, Saturn will be making a square aspect to Venus, and that's money. So the brakes come on now, so fantasy does not become a reality. Reality is a cold dash of water on the plans of those who succumb to this wild fantasy that Jupiter helps to create. And even though it has not been perfected yet, Mars is within orb of its square to Pluto. This is a volatile aspect, often seen when arguments or battles are begun. It's difficult to see where this will have a happy conclusion. There will be disagreements and difficulties during this period, but with any luck at all, these battles will take place over social media turf rather than countries. And the following day, Saturn's square will extend to the Sun, which will bring discipline to whatever situation is going on. So the Sun shines its light, and Saturn makes those involved pay the piper. Now let's move on to the 2nd week, June 9th through the 15th. And on June 10th, Mars hits the 2nd Earth sign for the year, Taurus. This energy may feel similar to the Capricorn energy from the beginning of the year, but this one will be much, much more low-key. Whereas Capricorn is a cardinal sign like Aries, Mars works well in that sign and blends its Saturnine impulses with Martian impulses fairly easily. Now we have the Venusian bovine calmness of Taurus, setting the tone for our labors, and we may find that things don't move the way we want them to. Mars in Taurus is stubborn and resolute. No impulsiveness whatsoever. In fact, we may find we choose to passively resist work in general at this time. If there are things that you don't like or don't want to participate in, no one will be able to force you. You'll just stay put until Mars moves on to Gemini. Or you may choose to do things in your own sweet time, being as careful as you want, but going at your own pace, which may annoy others. Now, Venus, the ruler of Taurus, will be squaring Pluto for the first few days of this transit. So be prepared for most people to opt for the in my own sweet time method of getting things done. Several of the personal planets make connection to Chiron during these first 2 weeks of June. So focusing on your own healing or identifying past trauma is favored. You can also begin the healing process under these nice transits. The first half of June in general is going to be great for healing and communications. There are strong transits for general practical negotiations, as well as identifying and curing past wounds and healing. Mercury and the Sun are both in Gemini, which, as I said before, is great for communications, but a little too much energy for Geminis. And Saturn is going to be there to keep things grounded and practical. And I should note that at the end of the month, on June 29th, Saturn will turn retrograde in Pisces. So that's what I have for you for the first half of June. That's the astrological wrap-up. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.